Morning, Noel. Morning, Farah and Kelvin. Okay, so is my background noisy? Because I can hear from this campus there's apa tuh orang potong rumput.
No.
Oh no, okay lah. Good. So okay, today we will discuss the tutorial 6 and tutorial 5 and 6. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Noel, yesterday when you said that even the first question you also stuck already. Is it the tutorial or the practical?
The practical.
Oh, the practical. But tutorial?
Oh, haven't started.
Can do lah the tutorial.
Not sure. I haven't checked the question yet.
The tutorial you haven't checked the questions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you started with the practical first. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if like that, so you don't even know how to start the practical lah, right? Is it the same with Farah and Kelvin? Have you tried the practical, Farah? I cannot hear your voice, lah, Farah. Kelvin, how about you? Is your still having the problem?
Why do we need to download the thing to start to do the assembly? Can we not just open just create our own file and then start doing the assembly?
The most important thing is the IRVIN. That is the library that we need to use.
Oh, we need
so that is compulsory lah. Yeah.
Oh, we need
So
the library before you can do anything.
Yes. So in order to do the assembly, to code in assembly language, you need that library. So that is compulsory lah, the IRVIN. But the project, it is only for us to start lah. You can actually create your own project, so your own solution. And then the example in that project, you can use as the example. But if you don't want, then okay lah. Because the previous lecture we are showing you guys about some example in assembly language kan, so that's why we downloaded that project to show it to you all. But now if you can create your own code, your own what file, then okay, no need the project. The compulsory one is the Irvin library. So you don't even download it. You don't even. I mean, you already downloaded the IRVIN lah, the library lah, Kelvin. Because I remember last time you already downloaded it, bah. Kan, Kelvin? Practical haven't tried. Okay, so fair practical haven't tried. Okay, so now okay, Kelvin, what you can do now is you download that IRVIN first. After that, you put it in C. After that, you try to run the project that you downloaded. Okay, so now we record this meeting first. Okay, so we proceed with the practical 2. Okay, so what I can do is I will explain how this practical done. After that, later during the practical time, now is tutorial time kan, but because we do the practical first, because you have tried you check the practical first. Okay, so we start with practical first lah. And later during the practical time, you guys do the tutorial lah, tutorial 1 and 2. Because the tutorial 1 and 2 too, it is more or less similar with in this practical. Okay, so for the practical 1, it is asking about how we can find the first even number in an array of unsigned integer. Okay, so I shared already the answer for this practical, kan? In our Google Classroom. Okay, so I will show this the practical first. Practical one, the questions one. Okay, so this is how it. What is this? Is how the code. Now, okay. Before that, Noel, which part that you don't understand here?
The JZ, the line 16.
Oh, this one. The JZ is jump if the condition is met. Yeah, actually we didn't I think this instruction we didn't learn previously, but it is in internet lah. You can yeah. So we only learned previously jump kan. JZ is I forgot the formal definition. So JZ is the conditional jump that follow a test. Okay, so for example, it will follow the previous line of code. If this instruction will jump to the specified location if the zero flag is set to 1. Okay, so it will jump to display path when the zero flag is set to 1 or when the previous line of code is set to 1. Okay. So This part you understand. Add ESI type list. Can you understand this, Noel? Why it do it like this?
To make bigger lah.
To make what?
The size bigger.
Yeah, actually, to increment it, to increment to the next component. Okay, so this actually we have learned in our lecture at page 93. Okay, so there are two ways of how you can increment. For example, in the higher language programming kan, for example, I++. So that is similar with this code. I++ meaning you increment the value of the count kan. Okay, so this is the similar with the I++ or I equal to I plus 1. Okay, so it is similar with that one. Okay, so this is similar with, for example, usually we will, when we want to increment something, we put something like this in C# lah. Okay, so otherwise also people also do when they want to increment a count. Say so usually they will do it like this. I plus 1. Okay, so this two example is it has the same purpose, but this is written in higher level language. This is in assembly language. So why it is type? Meaning you will increment the ESI. ESI is the register that hold the offset. Okay, so if you remember here, so this is the syntax, or yeah, the syntax. The register in the 32-bit processor, the register that will hold the offset is ESI. So if you are operating a 32-bit numbers, so you need to use ESI. Okay, so in 16-bit ESI. Oh, so okay, so in 16-bit, I'm not sure about what register that should increment, but we will check in this. This is all example in 32. So just use 32 lah. Because even though you are operating any, the number that is smaller than 32, you can still use ESI to hold the value of the offset. Okay, so this is not dynamic. All of the instruction here is fixed when you want to do, when you want to operate any looping. Okay, so for example here, for the first step, when you want to do when you want to loop a loop, first you need to declare the list. You need to not declare you need to attach, or you need to move the offset of this list to ESI register. So this is compulsory. And then ECX is the register that is holding the length or the count of the list. So first, memang this two step is compulsory if in any list or in any looping. So you need to follow this ESI. You must use ESI. You must use ECX. Okay, so this one, of course, I think you can understand this, meaning this ECX will restore the count of this list. Okay, so for example, this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so ECX will hold 6. After that, XOR XOR is the either or not. Okay, I XOR. XOR instruction set the bit to 1 if and only if the bits from the operands are different. Okay, so uh, this XOR will set EAX equal to 1 if and only if the bits from the operand are different. Okay, so wait. First, what I know is this line of code, it set the EAX to 1. So if and only if the bits from the operand are different. Okay, so after that, we use test. We use test either wait, test. Test. But Noel, yang you don't understand here is just the JS lah. Am I right? You can understand this one.
Yeah, the XOR also I don't understand.
But this one you understand lah, right?
Oh yeah, the line 10 kan is that like initialize the
line?
The line 10. Is it same meaning like initialize a loop? Initialize something.
Oh, line 10. Yeah. This is like macam it's like macam I equal to either 0, either 0 or count, is 0. Yeah. But actually, it will start with wherever this list stored in memory. Okay, so it holds the first memory, the first address in the memory. But if in higher language, then it is like this lah. But what happened in the back end is it hold or it assign ESI with the first address in the memory that hold this all. Okay. So this test word, test instruction is performed a bitwise and two operands. Okay, so actually, to be honest, we know that what is this do, but for now, just why they do it? I'm not really clear. So now we know what they do, but why they do it, I'm not really clear. But later, when I clear why he it, do it like this, then I will tell you guys. But this one is meaning if it find the or it met the condition, it will move to this one. Okay, so in looping, what I want to highlight to you guys is first you need to do this one lah. It's like you initialize your listing first, and then you initialize the length of the count, how many you want to count. And for this, I will show you guys the tutorial. This one. The tutorial 5 actually. This is tutorial 5. Bukan tutorial 7. Because this is related to the looping. Okay. So, I am giving the answer for the tutorial 1 already lah. Because I want to explain the next here with the loop. This one kan. Okay, so when you do looping or any either you use loop or jump, first the difference in the 16-bit register or processor, we use CX to hold the count. Okay, so in 32-bit we use ECX. Okay, so because this is the example of 16-bit. Okay, so when you say that the count of it is 1, and then you put the the part lah, the display or the label here, and then you do loop. Okay, so this instruction will make the looping one time because it says it already put the count in the CX is 1. But when you do it like this, it will be infinite loop. Why? Who can guess the answer? What is the difference this and this? Why this is not looping by 10? Because it put 10 here, kan? But why this is 1, this is infinite loop?
Because the move CX is inside the loop.
Yes. Because when you loop here, loop L2 is including, the CX included in the loop. So that's why when he go here, it go here, then you increment it by 10. You go again and then increment it by 10 again. So that's why it will be infinite loop. Okay, so it's similar with this one, although the CX here is not included in the looping, but because you increment CX again and again and again, so it will be infinite loop. Okay, so it is important where you put or where you place your loop lah, where you want it to be loop. Okay, so that is my point lah in the loop. Okay, after that, questions 1 we hold first lah. We move to the questions 2 because okay, so questions 2 it is the same. It is also in looping, in loop. Okay, so this one it only needs you to print all of this number again and again lah. Okay, so the example of this is 2 × 2 = 4. 2 × 2 = 4. 4 × 2 = 8. 8 × 2 = 16. 16 × 2 = 32. 32 × 2 = 64. 64 × 2 = 96. 96 × 2 = 128. 128 × 2 = 256. Okay, so see, when it is looping, it started with the same instruction. Okay, so first it put the offset to the list, and then it check the count, or it store the count in the ECX. Okay, so after that,
The offset
yes,
is what?
offset is the address in the memory that store the array.
Okay.
Okay, so if you don't really understand, you can refer to our lecture at. This is the offset actually we called as indirect operand. Um, okay, so another way of this one is you can also write it as eh, add ECI type list kan. Okay. Okay, so add ESI type list. This is meaning you want to increment it. But another way you can do is you can increment it by based on this one, based on the size, based on the byte size. This is actually in byte. Okay, so if it put here 2, meaning 2 byte. Okay, so why it is 2 byte? Because you want to increment something that in word size. You remember word size meaning 2 byte. 2 byte meaning 16 bit. So that's why it put here 2. For this one, we are the word kan, double word. So if you don't want to use type list, you can use 4 because the word consisting of 4 byte, 4 bytes. Okay, can understand ka this one? How we want to increment the offset. Yeah. So why 2 is not 1? Because like I said just now lah, this is represent the byte. You need to increment the byte to add to move to from this to this one. You need to move 2 byte size. So that's why you use 2. If here is byte, only byte, how many ESI we want to increase? Farah? Can guess? I cannot hear you, Farah. BYTE ba? BYTE saja byte.
In the Google chat.
Yeah, I saw Farah said 2. 2 is forward, but if the size of the array is byte, only byte, BYTE. So how many you need to increment here? Kelvin? Okay, I saw Farah answer. Kelvin, can you guess?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, Farah. Okay, Farah noted. Yes, it is actually 1 because let me show you guys this one. You remember this one? We already learned this. I don't remember in what chapter lah. But byte equal to 8 bit. Word equal to 2. 2 byte, meaning double this one, double byte. Word is double byte, meaning 16 bit. Double word is 4 byte. Quad word is 8 byte. Okay, so when you want to increment something here, it will follow this unit is in byte. So why this is 2? Because word equal to 2 byte. Okay, remember word equal to 2 byte. This byte equal to kira 1 byte lah, because 8 bit equal to 1 byte. Okay, so that's why if here is if your array is in size of byte, only byte, meaning 1 byte, so your ESI should be increment by 1 byte only. Okay, so if your array in type of D word meaning 4 byte, you refer to this table again. Okay, so the ESI will increment by byte. Byte, remember byte. Byte meaning byte meaning 8 bit. Okay, so if quad word 8 byte, but if you don't remember, so that's why we didn't use this lah. So that's why we use type list. This is actually the same with you want to increment here, because type list, it will capture how many byte is this list, each of the component inside this list. So you don't need to remember either D word is equal to 2 ka, D word equal to 4 ka. So you just directly use type list, because it will capture the size of each of the component inside your list. Okay, can understand this one?
Saya.
Okay, Farrell? And Kelvin? Kelvin, okay? Tell me which part you don't understand, Kelvin. Because this is kan letter you will use in when you are doing your assignment. Maybe if you want to use loop letter, you have to understand this one lah. Okay. I guess you understand lah, Kelvin, because you are silent. Okay, so after that, we are in questions 2. Okay, questions 2. It want you to print each of that number. Okay, so first it do this, and then after that it move. Okay, so we use EAX mostly in using loop. Okay, so EAX can contain any word type. For example, either you are operating AX ka or AL ka, or meaning 8 bit ka or 16 bit or 32 bit. Jangan 62 bit sajalah, so it cannot. Okay, so we can use EAX to operate either the word or byte. Okay, so first this one, if you remember, it will extract, because EAX is actually in 32 bit, but this list is only D word. D word meaning double word, 4 byte. Oh, okay, so it is actually also in 32 bit, so that's it can use ESI lah or EAX, because EAX it is in 32 bit. Okay, so first this one, it actually move the first component or the first element, sorry, not component, the first element inside this list and put it in the EAX. So why it is used the word PTR, meaning this PTR is meaning it extract the first item in this list, but it want to extract only in this size 32, but in this case the word, right? So you can put or you can extract only word size of this ESI, but in this case it extract the first element into AX. After that it print. After that it move to the next line. This is next line, move to the next line. Yeah, the previous is a little bit complex. This one is easier. Question 2 is easier, so that's why I use this first. So this is move to the next line. After that, you increment ESI to get the next address of the next element. Okay, so this is to the next element address. Okay, so after that you look to the next, so this one is okay lah, so it will produce something like this. Okay, so it will print each element. Okay, so I think the questions number 3 and 4 is very useful for your assignment. Okay, so we see the questions number 3 and 4. Okay, so this is because later you will use some formula in doing your assignment, kan? Okay, so this is how you can do the formula lah, using add, subtract, multiply, or divisions. Okay, so in this questions 3, it asks you to calculate all of this and put it in this variable. Okay, so it already give you the data definitions or the data definitions, or it already give you the data part. Okay, so you just need to copy paste this. So if these questions, it will require you to use your mathematic knowledge. For this part, which part actually should be done first? You can directly add it like this, or you use or you subtract, or you operate the first in the bracket first. Which one?
The bracket.
Either the bracket or in this one lah, this part or in this part first. Okay, but you didn't add it directly like this lah. Okay, so whichever part you do first, either this one or this one is okay, as long as you didn't directly plus them. Okay, so in our example, okay, so you just need to copy paste the definition that it gave in the questions. After that, first term, meaning so either the first or the second term you do first, it doesn't matter lah, because it will be stored in at the different place. Meaning the first term is negative this one kan. Okay, so our goal is this one. Okay, so our first term is we need to make this variable into negative because it needed in the negative, right? So how to do that? By only use neg instruction. Okay, so first, as usual, if it is not a counter, you don't use EAX to store any data that you want to add or subtract because CX is usually for counter or count. But and then ESI usually to hold the address of the offset. So you will usually use EAX or EBX register. Okay, so first we move this value to EAX and then we negative it, meaning we make it negative. So now EAX is equal to negative 2600 lah. After that, we operate the second, which is in the bracket. Okay, so we move the Y valve to EBX and then we use subtract. So now we subtract Z valve from the EBX number, which is now is Y valve, the Y value. Okay, so now we know that EBX is containing the result of this one. Okay, after that, baru we add them. Okay, so to add them, just add EAX with EBX. After that, we move it to a variable called as result value or R value. So now the value is like this. This one easy, kan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why to operate any mathematic operation, it needs us to think first which one is you need to operate first. You cannot just simply do it in one line of code, because what we have learned previously is only, if you remember, if add only to operand, subtract also to operand, and then multiply and division pula only one operand. So how can you put all of this operation in only one line? So you have to do it one by one. Okay, so Noel, you can understand, kan, Farah?
Miss, in our assignment, do we need to the result can display on the console?
Yeah. So later, maybe your assignment you may need to write. So you use the write int previously. You use that apalah to write it in the console.
Okay.
Okay, so
do we need to write string again, Miss?
String?
Yeah, like total.
Boleh?
Total.
Of course, because it is like macam one system, right? So it is good lah if you write a string. Okay, welcome to Noel, Farah, and Kelvin system. Okay, you put something apalah nicer in the console.
But we haven't learned the string.
The string, yeah, but we learn the write in lah. Okay, so I will if I'm not mistaken, in our practical lecture last time, we have learn all of this. Okay, so you just try use all of this. It doesn't need we show one by one the example. Okay, so you can use here. I think this I already uploaded in our Google Classroom. Here, if I'm not mistaken, yes, I already uploaded it. Ni, I forgot to upload this, but we already learned this last week. You guys remember too? First,
Yeah.
that's why. Okay, so that's why, Kelvin, it is very important for us for you to download the Arvine library lah, because in that library it containing all of this function that you can use. So that's why I said, if you have time, you need to experiment. You need to do experiment with all of these functions in the library. Okay, so you can use write hexadecimal, write integer, write message. Wait message. Wait message is to display message, but wait for enter key to process. Okay, so I believe you can use this. You use. I mean, you experiment to use all of this lah to write whatever in the console. Okay, so I think I will upload this now, because if not, I will forget. In the tutorial 5 later, it will ask you to do something like what in the question 3 and 4 in our practical. I will upload it here.
I already downloaded all the Irvin thing, but it's never the things doesn't still not working.
Oh ya kak. So wait No worry, don't give up.
I try everything out. Even the first step, I cannot do this. Add, subtract those things. Cannot do.
Yeah, because
Following
the
video,
error, right?
Following the video also cannot do.
Okay. Gitu. That is the frustration of a programmer. So you haven't. I have faced. I took about 1 week only because of the configuration error, because some of the library are not compatible with the with the Visual Studio or the compiler that I am using. And then last after 2 weeks macam tu baru we know that actually it is because it is not compatible. So it is like a practical for you to enter the real world. Okay, so after this we will discuss the questions 4 in the practical, and then after that Noel and Farah try to do the tutorial 5, while I am helping Kelvin with his Visual Studio. Okay. Okay, so we proceed to the practical first. Practical 2, which is practical 5. Okay, so for this one also, it is the same lah. First, okay, I will ask you guys lah. First, if this question, which you do first? This
The
one?
the multiplication.
After that, you want to divide it like this, or you multiply first, then division. Yes, betul Farah. Okay, so for this one, you do this first, and then you divide it by 4, and then after that, baru you can add with this number. Okay, so I guess uh, you can already know lah. But we see the code first, Tutorial 4. Okay, so our goal is this. Okay, so TF is the variable that will hold that value. Okay, so TC is 32. After that, okay, so we move TC to EAX. After that, we multiply, we move the 90 to EBX. And then after that, we multiply EBX. Okay, so remember multiply and division, it only use one operand. So you cannot use two operand here. You cannot multiply EBX and EAX. This code is wrong. Okay, this code is wrong. You only need to multiply with one operand, because multiply it already know that by default it will multiply whatever you put here with EAX. Okay, so after that you move 4 to EBX, and then you move 0 to EDX. After that, you divide EBX, because divide is same with multiply, meaning it is by default, it already specified this is the divisor. If you remember in our lecture, the division is, the operand must be the divisor. Because in the EAX, it is the dividend. It is already specified or preliminary by default. It will divide whatever in the EAX with the EBX, with the divisor. Okay, so after that we add. So after that we move the EAX value to the variable. So okay, finish. So in tutorial 5, you can open the tutorial 5. Okay, so you try, Farah and Noel, you try to answer tutorial 5 now while I'm helping Kelvin.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Kelvin, can you share your screen? Hopefully now I can see it clearly lah, because I'm using Tariusi internet kan. Okay, so I see it now. You open your Visual Studio. Okay, so this is the project tree is what? The project that we have downloaded.
No, it's just a new one.
Oh, okay. So have you downloaded the project that we have that in this website?
Yeah.
Okay, so open that. I asked you to use that because actually that project is already used by the instructor. So that's mean that project or that file is already macam free from error. So if we do our own, maybe it will have error like it. Okay. You already put the library in the C lah, in C drive.
Library in the C drive. The library is in the it is still in here only.
No, don't put it in the Windows. You should put it in this PC and then go to your C.
This one
Don't put
here already.
Windows C. Okay. I confused with the name of your drive. Wait, Ah, yes. Okay. This PC Windows C. Click uh, click this PC. I want to
What?
see this PC. Click first. Okay. To that, okay. C, Windows C. Go to the Windows C. The IRVIN. Open that. Open IRVIN. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. After that, where did you put your project? Windows C. Okay, okay. So open your project now. Visual Studio. You already open kan?
This one will get error.
You get error? Oh.
Oh,
Okay, so try to compile it.
compile it here.
Yeah, you can click that about the green play, or you can right click and compile, or you can use Control F7.
This one.
Mm. It's still running, right?
Or this one running.
No, it haven't complete. Complete already kah?
No, still assembling.
Oh, okay. But this one has no error, right? I mean, previously, if it has error, then it will directly pop up the error, right? But now it assembling.
It's up to this one. The first step is add to as ASM, and then I cannot find add to it. I see error.
Debug build error. Cannot find C project debug project exe. Hmm. Beta cannot open the file C. Is there any beta C project C debug? Open your debug. Project exe.
There's no project exe. There's only these things. There's
Okay,
no
wait.
here.
I compare your file with my file first. If I have that meaning memang something wrong with lah. This is in the debug. Itu debug. Project.exe. Yeah, I have it. What if I give you my folder first? Okay, so this is one of how I give you my folder first. All of my folder.
What you got everything? How many? This 5 only, or this 5 and then project exe?
A lot, because I have a lot in my project kan, so that's why I have because there's a lot in my debug because I put a lot of file in that project. But I have project.exe, so I cannot give you my project exe. First, I give you the project exe lah. If it cannot, then I give you my whole folder and try run the whole folder from my Link cannot open file. How should I give you this? Where can I use WhatsApp to send you this?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, submitted in our WhatsApp. Still, it still has the error kan? Okay. So I give you my folder, my file folder. Okay. You just extract it and put it in your C or saja lah. This whole folder.
Fucking stupid.
It's still what is the error? It still says that it cannot find the project.exe.
Wait, downloading it. What is it? Explorer one?
Right? Because it is in zip, you extract it first.
Wait, it's into the Explorer.
Yeah, you show in folder, right click, and then extract.
Can extract this, man?
Yeah, this is Z7 zip. So you extract it in C. Already exists. How come your C already have this? You have this folder in C ka? Okay, so ada pula.
Yeah.
You rename lah, rename. Okay, so before you open that, before you open my project, you close all of the Visual Studio first. Close all of it. You have two Visual Studio, right? In your laptop, you install two version. Yeah, so it maybe will make your laptop slower lah, because this Visual Studio quite it takes quite space lah. Okay, so this one you try to remove the question 1, 3. Cannot find what. Okay, you remove all of that first. Q1 until 4. Q1 until 4. Okay, so add again. Project, add existing. Okay, so choose Q2 lah, Q2. Tidak Q2, okay. Add sub, or add 2. Okay lah. Okay, so right click. Compile. Hmm. Succeeded, right? Okay. Run. I mean, yeah, itu na debug. Okay. Yeah.
Still this.
Wait, don't close that. It still cannot find the project.exe.
Ah,
Okay, I think this is maybe a problem of compatibility. But previously, if you compile, it is never succeeded, kan? But now you can.
I never never even tried compiling before.
Hmm, um, wait cannot find the file specified. The system cannot find the file specified. Okay, wait Um, can you rebuild the project? You okay this, and then go you rebuild. Clean first. It's okay lah. Rebuild penuh. It means it clean. What? The
Still
problem
same thing.
occur.
Still become recipe. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, there's some step that they need you to. Wait, I check the step first. Noel and Farrell, you both are you installing Visual Studio 2017 also? I mean, yeah. Did you
No,
install two version?
no, I use one only.
Oh,
2000.
Farrell, Farrell. Ah, kan Kevin? So I'm afraid because there are two versions of Visual Studio in your laptop. But that is only my guess. But don't uninstall it first because I want to make sure every step that we already do, but still cannot. Then the last the last step then have to uninstall the 2017 lah. Any reason why you don't want to uninstall the 2017?
Maybe project, maybe all the my program, all the other programming thing gone. Or maybe I don't know.
Because you afraid it will affect your the other project.
The other homework.
Mm, it actually will not it actually will not delete all of your project as long as you didn't delete the your project solution, all of your code. It only will uninstall it from system 32. But okay, so I found a link. You may try to do this setup. So I give that link in our WhatsApp. So it will reset the setting in your Visual Studio.
How what?
You follow the
tool.
instruction here.
Instruction.
Instruction in this page that I give you just now.
What tool?
Mm. Click next. After that, Visual C++ lah. Okay, close. Okay, so after that, no, close your Visual Studio again, and then open the project that I give you just now. Then in debug, project.solution, project.sln. Okay, so compile the add sub tool. Okay, succeed. Okay, so go to debug, add, okay lah itulah. Still. Okay, so don't use close this first. Okay, close this Visual Studio. Open your project just now, the newly downloaded project. not from me itulah.
What new do
You
what new
have you have
downloaded?
you have downloaded the project similar like this, but not from me, right?
You tell me to delete it already.
Or you deleted already. So all you have is from me lah.
Ah,
Mm. Then wait ah. Wait ah. I guess there's a step to add. Mm, your Visual Studio already install C++ kah? So
yeah,
to know that you're already lah.
yeah.
Okay. So we need to verify either your Visual Studio already installed MASM. So you go to the wait, so I have put the path in our chat. So you copy the path and
What?
then go copy the path.
What path?
You haven't received. Okay, that one. Copy to your Windows Explorer. Okay, so open that. Open it. Go to bin. And then host 64. 64. Okay. 86. Okay. Is there ml.exe? ml.exe. Ada. Okay, so confirm. Okay, go to your tools, open your Visual Studio first, and then go to your tools. Open the project solution just now. Okay, go to your tools, import export setting. Okay, so pick the middle one. Import selected environment setting. Okay, wait. Okay, select no, just import new setting. Okay, next. After that, select Visual C++. Okay, next. Okay, wait. Okay, so click finish. Okay, close. Okay, and go to your project. In your Solution Explorer, right click it, clean. Okay, right click again, build. Failed. Wait, fatal error. Link 1104 kah? Link, can you copy paste the error in our chat? No, only link. Only yang ada link.
Why does it always change the recipe?
Kelvin, can you go to your directory C? Okay, check your name of the library, IRVIN. Is there any space?
No.
No. Okay. So go to your project just now, the folder project. Okay, so right click. No, right click that. Okay, right click. Okay, properties. Okay, advanced. Sorry, cancel this. Now security. Tab security. After that, edit. Go to edit. Go to add. Type everyone.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Click OK. Okay, so select the everyone. Okay, so in the permission for everyone, tick the full control. Okay, apply. Okay. Okay. Okay, this. Okay, this. Okay, this. Okay, so do the same with the IR with the library folder. Go to IRVIN. Right click.
This
Go
one
to
or this one?
properties.
Which one?
The library folder. Which one? No. You forgot the library folder name just now.
This one, whatever. Okay.
No. Go see. Go upper folder. Okay. Okay, right click. IRVINE. Properties. Security. Edit. Add everyone. Okay. Then no. Don't. Okay, select. Okay, apply. Okay, so close. Okay, try go to your Visual Studio. Okay, so right click sub and right click add sub, compile. Run. Run using. Okay. Beta. Okay, no. Rebuild. I mean right click rebuild. Okay, one failed project. Okay, okay, this, huh? Oh, you haven't okay this. Okay, okay. Okay, do the same. Like, I mean, do go to your Visual Studio and then run again. Compile and run again. Project exp.recipe itu yang itu memang it should be there. Don't change that.
Okay.
Still lah.
Succeed and then still error. I don't know.
This is what programmer always do. We will go to the Stack Overflow, find the same problem that every someone in this world also face, and then you try. Okay, so I have shared the link in the Stack Overflow in our chat. Yeah, Kelvin, this is the life of programmer. Okay, you go to the chat
Oh my god.
and then click that. Yeah, you cannot run. You are a programmer.
So stupid. Yeah.
Did you drink a coffee? Can you
I
drink a coffee?
already think.
Okay, so this is the possible solution that you can follow. You see, there's not only you. I mean, this problem is not faced by you. there's a lot of people facing the same. So you can try each of these. But for me, I will try the upper one first lah, because it is the most, most of the person solve their problem by using this. If you have tried the top one and then it still cannot, and then you go to the second one. If still cannot, second one, go to the third one.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to.
Why, do you face the same problem with the other project? The other course?
No, huh? Only this assembly, only fucking shit.
Maybe I don't want to suggest to uninstall your 2017 lah, actually. But I have the guess that it may be the cause. But since we didn't try the other way, then that is the last solution we can do, which is uninstall your 2017.
I don't even know what this stuff
Kelvin, where are you staying?
No, I just don't want to do this anymore.
Jangan begitu. Where are you staying?
So stupid. I don't want to do this. So stupid. Honestly, so fucking. So
If you stay near to come to our campus, then you can go to our campus lah.
Fucking shit. Whatever. Fucking shit.
Farrell and Noel, can you finish the tutorial?
Still in question 2.
Oh.
I finish question 2.
Oh. Farrell? Oh. Okay, so you guys continue doing your questions too. Yeah, your tutorial. As for Kelvin, I know you are frustrated, but next week you can go here to campus. If I will help to see your computer lah. Okay? That is the last choice. But if you don't want to go to campus yet, and then after you rest a little bit now because you are frustrated. After that, you try to uninstall 2017. That is the last choice. Don't worry because you can still install it again, 2017. Before you uninstall it, you find the installer for 2017 first lah, because so that you can install it again later if something not right. But I will suggest after you my suggestion is after you try the Stack Overflow that I sent you just now, if still cannot, then you have to uninstall your 2017. Okay, so because it is 1:30 already, Kelvin, sorry. Try to do that. You continue to do the tutorial lah, Farah and Noella. Okay, so Kelvin, try to get rest first and then do the suggestions. If not, then next week you have to come to campus lah. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, then we can dismiss. Bye.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Okay.